I hate the word lit so much.
Really?
It makes me, because now my mom is using it. So it's just like, okay, it kind of lost its like meaning.
Yeah.
My mom's over here talking about something like, hey son, it's lit.
It's lit.
Mom, no, it's not.
No. You can't see it if you're listening, but I'm waving my arms, and welcome to Trevor Talks Too Much, the show where I bring on some really cool guests and I talk to them and I really try my very hardest to be their friend, and hopefully I don't scare them away with how much I talk. I'm your host, Trevor Everts. I am a master baker, mythical soft boy, and owner of He-Man and Skeletor Funko Pops, which I'm very proud of. Today I talked to Larray, or Larry Merritt, as he is known officially on his birth certificate. I would imagine that's what it says. He is known for his hilarious YouTube videos, his TikToks, and for formerly being a part of Hype House. But he is so much more than that. We had a great conversation. He's so funny. He has his own music that he does. He has his own podcast with his friend Noah Beck called Put a Sock in It, which is very funny, and you should all go give it a listen and check it out. But we talked about so many fun things today. Like, we talked about our emo phases. We talked about Roblox, our favorite games on Roblox. We talked about mean people in the comments, and we also talked about grime, but not for as long as I would have liked to. I didn't get into my love of grime enough, Jamie.
I know you like made a mention of it, and he was like, "Who is this man?" And then it ended.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I love grime. I don't know much grime, though. I love it at a very surface level. The popular people like Stormzy and Skepta. Actually, it's funny because grime gets a lot of hate, okay? A lot of people like to clown on grime because, people like to clown on British people in general, usually. That's kind of a thing. But grime, for those of you who don't know, is British rap. And it's very good because they all have, it just sounds funny. I don't know. It's good. It's good music. I enjoy it.
I enjoy it too. I think it's very pleasing to the ear.
Yeah, I love it. Actually, the way that I got into grime, because I didn't really know much about it, but the way that I found like all the grime that I really like is because there's a game that I play called RuneScape that I've played since I was like 7 years old. And RuneScape is developed by a company called Jagex, and Jagex is based in the UK. And so there's a lot of British people play RuneScape. A lot of American people do too. It's very popular. But a lot of the biggest RuneScape content creators on YouTube, which I watch a lot, are British people. And shout out to Solo Mission on YouTube. I love you, Solo. Please be my friend. Solo Mission, he uses grime music in a lot of his videos. He uses it like for his outro and some of his like montage-y stuff when he's like going through. Anyway, he's how I got into a lot of grime because I would like hear songs in his videos and be like, oh, that's good. And so then I'd like look up and figure out what it is. But there's not a lot of like grime on Apple Music and Spotify. I don't know why. Maybe more is on Spotify. I use Apple Music because I'm on a family account still with my parents. We like share an iTunes account. And so I don't pay for Apple Music. So that's why I use it. I think Spotify might be the superior product, but
I mean,
yeah, I know.
A little biased. I agree.
I know. I think it is, but I don't have to pay for Apple Music, so I use Apple Music. Unless I'm at my computer, because I have a Windows computer at home that I used to game on, and the iTunes app for Windows is so terrible, obviously, and so it's so irritating to use it. So then I just use Spotify on my desktop at home. But then I always have to listen to ads, which sucks. But I occasionally use Spotify at home. But I don't listen to a ton of music when I'm on my computer because I'm usually playing games, and I'm kind of a tryhard when I game, and I play a lot of games that sound is very important. So also, if I were to be doing nothing, sorry, let me.
You're fine.
No, you can. I'll let you talk in a second, Jamie.
It's not my show, so it's fine.
That's so mean. No, it is your show. You're the only reason the show runs. No. So I don't know. I got comfy in the chair to talk about.
Settling in. I like it.
I'm settling in. I'm getting comfy. No, I watch a lot of videos when I play games, so I'm never usually just listening to music and playing a game, so I don't really use Spotify that much. Anyway, what was I talking about earlier?
Well, what I was going to ask you, though, was like, do you like video game music?
Yeah.
Like, are there certain games where you're like, I dig this soundtrack here?
Well, yeah, if I'm playing a game that has a good soundtrack, I'll like let that play. But there's some games that I play that I don't like. I play a lot of games with friends too, multiplayer games. So usually I'm talking to my friends when I'm playing those games. But if I'm just playing a game, like a story-based game, I don't listen to anything in the background. The only game, actually, it's funny, the only game that I really listen to music while I'm playing is RuneScape, because RuneScape is so boring. It's the worst. It's like you can't, you have to, if you're fully devoting your attention to RuneScape, it's the worst game ever. It's a game that you can only half pay attention to and have fun. So then I'll listen to music sometimes, but then usually I'll just watch a video or a show. What else can I talk about RuneScape about? I have a total level of 1,938.
I don't know what that means, but we could also go.
You want to get into the show
we
now?
We can get into
What about
Larray.
The listeners? Listeners, do you want to hear more about my RuneScape account, or do you want to get into the really great conversation that I had with Larray? And drum roll, please. We're going to get into the show.
Thank you.
Welcome, Larray. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. This is like my second podcast in my entire life.
That's so exciting. This is like, I don't know, sixth. I don't know. I'm still not good at it. So,
You're doing great.
No, yeah. Well, actually, there's something. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I have a Roblox sticker here on my laptop. It says "Eat, Sleep, Oof, Repeat," and that's something that I really wanted to talk to you about because.
Oh no! Get me the fuck out of here!
No, you used to play a little bit of Roblox back then.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I mean, actively still to this day.
Come on, murder mystery. Are we having a moment?
I played Murder Mystery.
Murder mystery is my.
Really?
I swear to God,
That was your favorite? Okay, because my friends and I, anytime because I play a lot of video games, and anytime we're just like super bored or like don't want to play anything, we're like, all right, it's Roblox time.
Absolutely.
And we get on and we play Arsenal. That's my favorite game mode.
Don't you find it so weird that us adults are here playing a kid's game? And what's so insane is that these kids, when I play Roblox, I'm like, when I just play just for fun, it's me, myself, and I'm in my room and I'm just having like a moment to myself. And I'm like playing Roblox. I'm playing like Fashion Famous. Yeah. And these kids are like, you fat bitch. Hold on, wait a minute. You're literally 13 years old.
No, that's my favorite part is that you just get on and then you just dumpster these kids. Like, that's why I love Arsenal, because they're all terrible at shooters. And I play like hours and hours of like actual shooter games. And then I just get on and I just destroy these kids and like crush their dreams. And it's so funny.
Jesus.
It's like one of my favorite hobbies.
As you should. Roblox is for sure something. You know, I've been banned.
You've been banned on Roblox?
I think the amount of times that Roblox has banned my account, I could probably like make a full-on series about it and just make it a thing. But it's crazy because I genuinely enjoy the game. Yeah. So having to like switch IPs. Yeah. Having to like go like to my there was a
get a VPN.
Like it was just insane, and it was for YouTube content. Yeah. I would make Roblox videos, and I wasn't like saying like slurs or just anything. I think it was just more so the fact that like I guess I made a community where it's kind of like toxic, where like my fans would go on Roblox and just be so negative on the platform, like trolling people. And the word funny. Thick got blocked.
The word thick got blocked because
I had
Roblox?
This character called Thicky Nicky, and the word thick literally got permanent. Like if you try to type in thick, it will not.
Oh my
Even
gosh.
in any type like Q's, it won't.
No.
Yeah, they won't.
Wow. So everyone, if you wanted to have thick in your name, you can thank Larray for getting it blocked for
and my
everyone.
Name too. My name is blocked on Roblox.
No.
Yeah,
that's
a
blocked
flag.
your name. They have like a vendetta against you. What's your favorite name that you've ever had on Roblox?
I think it was, which one? Karen, like Karen Loves Jesus. I had like a Christian girl phase. Yeah. And it was honestly my favorite. Yeah. Yeah. Have you heard I Love You Jesus by Trisha Paytas?
Oh yeah, of course.
That was my anthem. That was like my whole thing based upon Karen Loves Jesus.
That's so funny. Yeah. Do you want to hear my Roblox name?
I'm kind of scared.
I'm gonna out myself here.
Please
it's Huge Peen Trev. So Larray and Thick are banned, but Peen isn't. So
wait, I kind of love that though.
Huge Peen Trev,
Trevor,
rolling the streets.
Trevor.
I know. My friend Alex, his Roblox name that he made when he was like a little kid is Nothing Stops Me, and it's just the funniest thing to me.
Honestly, you kind of take the cake with the Trev loves. Wait, what is it? I said Trev loves peen. What is the name again?
Huge Peen Trev.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Somehow it's not blocked or banned, so feel free out
Honestly,
there. If
go
you're
on.
making a Roblox account, you can go crazy with it. I played a little bit of the.
Still allowed.
Yeah.
You still have the account.
Yeah, I still have the account. Yeah, the Roblox developers out there.
I'm gonna use the black card. It was racially motivated. That's
Racially
why.
motivated.
Jesus.
That is so funny. I played a little bit of the Squid Game Roblox game too.
So fun.
Which is so fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent hours doing that with my friends. And then, we played Squid Game, and then Crab Game came out.
I've never played it, but I've seen a lot of people playing that.
Yeah, Crab
It looks
Game was
vulgar.
fun too. Except it got old pretty quick because it's all the same games, and then you ended up. There are also so many
Yeah.
hackers in that game for whatever reason.
For what?
I don't know.
What?
Like, what enjoyment are you getting? It was pretty funny. You just see people flying around the
Yeah.
map, just going crazy.
So I have a question for you. I can tell like you're kind of a gamer.
Yeah.
You enjoy games.
Yes.
What about your Among? Hey, have you played Among Us?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe this is just me because I'm biased.
Yeah.
But I feel as though the Among Us era kind of died too fast because I still think it's such a game that people should be enjoying in this exact moment.
Yeah.
I wish we could also play it, but every time I'm like, let's play Among Us, like that game's dead.
Yeah.
Like, they're like outsold. Like
No, you're right. You're right.
I think we should still play Among Us.
I have all of my best friends. They're like all gamers too, and we played a lot of Among Us when it was very popular, and we got really into it where we were playing it like multiple nights a week. And I think it was one of those things where it was so much fun and everyone was doing it, and so it just got like overdone really quick.
Yeah.
I've tried to get my friends to play, but I have one friend, Brandon. If you're listening to this, if you've paused Tifa's theme on Spotify to listen to my podcast, he refuses every time we ask. We're like, we'll have 10 people in a call, in a Discord call, and we're like, what do we all want to do? Like, oh, we have enough, like we could play Among Us. And Brandon's like, nope, not playing that game.
He's like overhyped.
Like, dude, come on. He just got
Brandon,
like
get it
over it
together.
so fast. Brandon, what the heck, man? It's so unbelievable.
Honestly, can we cancel him?
Yeah, we can. Brandon,
You.
Brandon, you heard it here first. You're canceled. No, I agree. I love Among Us. I think it's still fun. Although the trust issues that it caused.
I had me lying up my ass.
Oh my God. I got pretty good at gaslighting because of that
so
game.
good. And manipulation was crazy.
I know. My girlfriend, I felt so bad because there was one time, I'm sorry. I literally told her, I was like, if you love me, you'll believe me. And she did. And I was.
Did she believe you though?
Yes, she did. She trusted me and I killed her.
Girl, leave him.
I killed her.
Girl, do better.
Please don't do better.
I know now that like you guys actually have conflict. She's like, remember that time you fucking lied in Among Us?
She said that.
She brings it up
She
every
brings
time.
it up to this day. That was like in 2020. It was 2 years ago, and she'll still bring it up. So she doesn't like to play that game with me. But
I wouldn't either. If you what the? Honestly, as you should. As you should.
It's the game.
I'd probably do it.
It's the game. I'm playing to win. I always play to win.
As
so,
you should.
Yeah.
As you should.
Do you play any other games?
Other games I play. I loved Fortnite, which is crazy because like you would never expect someone as gay as me to play Fortnite. I got really good at it, but it got into the point where I was getting a little bit, like the ninja rage.
Yeah.
My ninja rage was showing.
Really?
Yeah, I was. There's videos out there that I was just arguing, fighting for my life with like some men. So I had to really take some step back and reflect on my, my anger a little bit.
Yeah.
But then there was also Apex. I love Apex.
Yeah.
I love Dead by Daylight. What is it?
Dead by Daylight. Yeah.
I just recently started getting into that, like the whole like serial killer chasing you thing.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
That game is scary.
Oh, yeah.
I have a friend, one of my friends that I game a lot with. He was like in the top 100 ranks of Dead by Daylight. Like he played a ton of it, and he got me into it. And I never played before, and he was the killer. Because we had like 5 people, and I was so scared. He was like just toying with us the whole time, and I'd never played. It was so frightening. I was actually playing Fortnite last night, though. I cannot lie to the people. I get down with a little bit of Fortnite.
Fortnite is not overhyped at all.
No,
I will say
game.
there's a little bit too much going on with the effects. It gives me a headache.
Yeah. It took me a long time because I played a lot of PUBG back when that was like kind of the first popular BR, and I remember when Fortnite came out, I could not get into it. I was so mad at that game because I was like, building is so stupid. It shouldn't be in the game. It's so dumb. I'm so much better than these kids, but they just build, a freaking tower in 2 seconds.
These kids are Bob the Builder nowadays. They just go crazy.
Yeah, but I've grown to love it more.
That's good.
I spend too much time playing video games though. Another video, you're a big Pokemon fan?
Oh, so much.
Yeah? What's your
Yeah.
favorite Pokemon game?
Platinum.
Platinum? Thank you.
Platinum or
it's
Emerald.
yeah, okay. Thank you.
Literally top tier.
It's
top tier.
probably because we're like the same age, so we grew up, but like literally my favorite, the first Pokemon game that I ever put like hundreds of hours into was Diamond and Platinum, and it's so good.
Let me ask you this though, Trevor.
Yeah.
Action replay.
Action replay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was an action replay kid.
Having 999 Master Balls.
Oh my God.
Having 999 rare candies.
It was so funny because like as a kid I was like, oh my God, I want an action replay so bad. And then I used it and it was like, oh, now I'm not having fun anymore.
Like honestly, I felt like top. I was destroying my friends.
Yeah.
Simply.
I played for 2 hours, had like all legendaries, all level 100. And I'm like, well, this is boring now. What do I do now?
Literally with 5 gym bat, like what is it? 5
gym badges,
and you're just like with full like all the legendary Pokemon, thriving.
It's something. It's like you want to do it, and then you do it, and then you feel bad, and the game's not fun anymore.
Have you seen the new one that's coming out?
Yeah, Pokemon Arceus, Legends of Arceus. It's
First of all, the best legendary is Arceus. Do you agree or do you disagree?
I don't know.
Darkrai.
Darkrai's good. It's tough. I go back and forth. One of my favorite legendaries of all time is Jirachi.
Okay, you ate that up.
Yeah,
I forgot he existed for a little bit.
Yeah, Jirachi, the wish Pokemon. I don't know. There's something about Jirachi and just like the way that Jirachi's used in the show too.
Such a special
I love
Pokemon.
Jirachi. But yeah, Darkrai's good. Arceus is good. I'm a big Mew fan too.
Really?
OG. Yeah, because
I'm biased.
I had all of the Pokemon movies when I was a kid, like on VHS.
Yeah.
And so I remember the first Pokemon movie, that being like a very integral part of my childhood. Just like that fight between Mewtwo and Ash, and Mewtwo's like coming to Jesus moment, and that like super popular quote where he's like, "It is not what one does with the gift, or no, it's not the circumstances of one's birth, but what one does with the gift of life that determines who you are." So. I was a big fan.
That gave me nostalgia.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'm watching Pokemon.
They're so good. It's
God.
such a good show, such a good movie. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. I've played like every
Mew's
game.
for sure now. Like now that you brought that back, I'm like, hold on, maybe Mew is top tier.
Mew's great. My girlfriend actually, she crocheted me a Mew plushie for my birthday 2021. Yeah, so last year she crocheted me a Mew.
You better crochet her a ring. Yeah. Because that's real love right there.
I don't know how to crochet. She's tried to teach me, and I'm so bad. She's so artsy and talented. She actually made me this earring. But she is like so talented when it comes to like crafts, and she's such a good artist. And I am just, I'm so bad at that stuff.
I hope she's listening to this. Like, yeah, that's my man.
Yeah,
she's like, yeah,
he probably will be.
Oh, that's so cute.
No, she's like so talented at that stuff. And then I always feel bad because I'm like, oh, I want to do something nice for you and really thoughtful, but I just can't like do anything crafty.
Yeah. I mean, your words are crafty enough. You sound like you hyper up a lot. So
I do.
I can just imagine like the cute text you give her, or like how when she wakes up, you're like my air. I breathe nothing without you.
Like I've probably said that before. I do a little bit of poetry. I do a little bit of poetry in my downtime. That's so funny. You were on the Drew Barrymore show.
Yes,
is that correct? And
it's so weird to think that I was on that show.
I know, that is weird to think. It was good though. You talked about Gen Z slang.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I had Drew Barrymore saying "bussin'." What the is my life?
Bussin'.
Literally what?
Bust it down, Tatiana.
Oh, I should have had her say that one.
Yeah, a little blue face.
Oh my god. A little blue face. What if I had her doing the
What is life? Oh my god. What's your favorite Gen Z slang, and what Gen Z slang do you think just needs to be retired?
My favorite Gen Z slang. Okay, right now it's I don't even know, like it's a good question. I think poggers. I've been using that when I was like kind of like trolling a little bit.
Yeah. I'm a big poggers fan.
Yeah, but like I use it in the most satire way possible.
Yeah.
So like you can do the bare minimum. Like literally, I think my best friend, he like cleaned his room. Yeah. And I walked in and I was like, poggers. Like, big poggers. Like finally you did poggers.
Yeah.
The one that I say you need to remove. Oh my god, I still to this day I hate it's lit.
Yeah.
I hate the word lit so much.
Really?
It makes me, because now my mom is using it. So it's just like, okay, it kind of lost its like meaning.
Yeah.
My mom's over here talking about something like, hey son, it's lit.
It's lit.
Mom, no, it's not.
No.
Come on, Mom.
Mother.
Mom. The only thing that should be lit is the kitchen. Let's go make breakfast. Like, Jesus.
Oh no,
It's lost its hype for me.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of poggers. I use it pretty ironically too. I like saying poggies. I use that a lot actually with my girlfriend because she'll like do something or she'll be like, because she plays video games and she'll like text me. She'll be like, I just like did so good in like a Valorant game or something. I'll be like, that's so poggies, baby. That is so poggies.
Wait, hold on.
Can I be old for a second?
Yeah.
What is poggers? I have never heard of it.
We're gonna get into the etymology of PogChamp.
I'm glad you brought this up.
Yeah,
because I feel like you're into the gaming community. So there's so much gaming. I was gonna say gay slang. There's so much gamer slang that I need you to explain to me.
Yeah,
so let's get
into
poggers first, so she can have a better understanding. So what's poggers?
Poggers. Okay, so the origin of poggers. It's a little bit of there's a little bit of controversy around it. So the origin of poggers, it comes from an emote on Twitch called PogChamp, which was because there was a guy named Gutex who is now canceled. We don't stand Gutex anymore, but there's a game called Pog, and he was really good. He was really good at Pog, so he was the PogChamp, and there's this clip of his face like when he won a tournament or something where he's just going like. And it's this really excited face. So that became PogChamp on Twitch. And then Poggers is Pepe the Frog doing the PogChamp face. So that is Poggers. And then it evolved into just like there's a billion different variations. My personal favorite being Fish Pog, which Fish Pog is just a fish, but with his face in the PogChamp face. So that is the origin of PogChamp. But no, we don't use... So PogChamp is no longer Gutex because he's a terrible person. So now PogChamp there is an emote called Komodo Hype, which is a Komodo dragon doing the PogChamp face, like with its mouth wide open. And so now Komodo Hype is the new PogChamp. So if you type PogChamp in a Twitch chat, it's going to be Komodo Hype.
Oh...
Thank you. I feel so well versed now.
Yes, you are. I could get into the other variations of the PogChamp emote later, but what other gamer slang are you?
I saw a lot of. So I've been hanging around with like a lot of Minecraft users, or not users, streamers, and their fans use the slash like Gen/GEN. Or like /J, as in like slash, I don't know. But they'll say something dumb and they'll be like /J.
Oh, well, I think that's just like, that's kind of, I think it started on Twitter. That's like colloquial for /J means /joke.
Okay.
So it's like a way to kind of tag your tweets, like if you are being sarcastic, so people don't think you're serious. Like if you type a sarcastic tweet under something or say something and then you type /J, then that means like, oh, this is a joke. Don't take it seriously. And then /SRS is for serious, like if you type something that you want people to take seriously.
They're just being a little bit aware. So like,
okay, because it is hard, it's pretty hard sometimes
to a lot of people take life too seriously.
Interpret things on Twitter, and then you don't want people coming after you. And it's like, this is literally a joke, so people will just start tagging it, so they don't have to deal with people harassing them.
Wait, because now I'm offended. Someone said you're so pretty /J. Hold on, wait.
I hope it means something else that I don't know about.
Maybe they're trolling. They're being silly.
Yeah, they're just being a goofy goober.
Ouch. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, I don't know what /Gen is, though. One of my favorite slang that originated from speedrunning, and so there's a lot of Minecraft speedrunners, is when you, like, any %. And so people have started using any % as a joke, because that means when you're speedrunning, any % is like, you can complete any % of the game as long as you finish it. And so I started using that, like, just like talking about random things. Like I was playing Catan, Settlers of Catan with my friends. And have you played Settlers?
I have not.
Okay. Well, basically it's like a resource collecting strategy game, but the only resource that I was near and could collect were sheep. Yeah. And it was such a bad game. And I was like, guys, I'm just doing sheep % Catan. I'm doing sheep % because like all I can get is sheep. And so I was like, this is my strategy. I'm running with it. I'm doing sheep %. And I just committed to getting as many sheep as I could and trying to use that to win. And I lost. So I've just started using that. Like, I'm going to make lunch any %. Like
You're so creative. I love that sheep %. I'm gonna start using that.
Yeah, you could just say it for anything. You could be like, I'm gonna go to the store, do an any % run at the store. And I did that yesterday. I got like 3 things at the grocery store because I didn't want to shop for a bunch of stuff. Yeah. I was like, I want a sandwich, and I'm gonna do a grocery store run sandwich % because I'm just getting bread and meat and cheese, and then I'm leaving. I'm not walking the aisles. I know where it is.
Your brain is overpowered. Jesus.
Oh no, it's not. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid.
Not with that energy. You're not stupid at all, sir. I can tell right now you had like such good grades in high school.
I did until I got sad.
Oh, not the depression hits.
Yeah. No, I was a pretty good student. And it wasn't that I got bad grades because I stopped doing homework, but I got like what did I get on my SAT? Little humble brag. I think I got like a 1350 on my SAT and I didn't study for it.
I should leave.
I
should leave.
I was smart in high school and then I just got progressively dumber.
Oh,
I've just gotten stupider since I left. I think it's probably just being an idiot on the internet has like done that to me.
Do you have TikTok?
I do.
TikTok is probably helping you lose some brain cells for sure.
I don't spend a ton of time on TikTok. My girlfriend sends me so many TikToks, but mostly I'm on TikTok for work because we have our Mythical Kitchen TikTok that we do stuff. But that's like, so all of the stuff on my For You page is like food stuff. So it's not like bad, but then I get sent a lot of TikToks. And
that's good.
It's like a 50-50 whether or not I'm going to watch.
I prefer you get sent TikToks and scrolling through your For You page like
no, I can't do it
excessively.
We were I was playing this game with my friends and it was I can't remember what it was. It was like a card game, but it was like whoever has the most like screen time or the most time spent on social media. And so we're like, oh, let's go like look at our screen time tracker on our phones.
Yeah.
And I had like 5 hours or something, like maybe 6 hours through the week of just like Twitter and Instagram. That's what I'm mostly on. And I think my girlfriend Destiny, she had like 20 hours on TikTok.
20 hours?
Or something like something crazy, just like insane numbers, just like hours a day on TikTok. I don't get it. I don't get how you can just scroll that long.
She's like running to the house saying like TikTok memes?
Yeah, she is. Oh my, totally.
Oh, I know she is.
100%.
Oh my God. Destiny. Girl, let's go for a walk.
Yeah.
Me and you, let's go touch some grass today. Me and you, I'm down.
Please.
Me and you can just go for a walk.
Touch grass.
Oh my God. I think, I'm not going to lie, there was an era in my life where like I was just like pure obsessively scrolling through TikTok. And there was like, TikTok, I was like, this is your sign to get off of TikTok and go like on a walk or go on a hike.
Yeah.
So, you know, me just trying to be the LA, I was like, okay, I'm going to go to Malibu.
Yeah.
I'm going to go sit at the beach at Malibu and just like take some time to be with nature.
Yeah.
Why the was I scrolling on TikTok on Malibu? Like I was
on the beach.
Just on the beach, just scrolling through TikTok still. But I was outside though.
Yeah, you were outside.
I was outside.
That's a step in the right direction. That is a step. I used to do that with Vine though. Back in the day, I used to scroll on Vine a lot, but I just never got into TikTok. Yeah. I just never got to the same way. But even Vine, I didn't spend a ton of time on.
Yeah. Were you a Viner? Did you make Vines?
Yes, I did make some Vines back in my day, and they were all very bad. I think I had to have been in like 7th grade or 8th grade at the peak of my Vine making time. But one that lives on and I get sent by my friends pretty frequently is there was a cover for like a little like cushioned ottoman. It was like a pillow, but it was kind of like circular shaped. And I had some friends over to my house, and my friend Devin fit inside of this little like cover, and it zipped up. So we put him. So the Vine started off with me going, Devin, I choose you, back to Pokemon, and then he rolls in this ball, and then like pops out of it, and he goes, Devin, and it's so.
I need to see it
bad.
now.
It's so bad. Wait. I look so stupid.
Trevor,
we're all just so dumb.
Find that video, send it to me.
It's somewhere out there. I'll have to find it. I know that like Vine did there's like an archive, because I know you can't like go to the Vine website, but there's an archive where you can just go through and look at Vines, and there's probably some other like cringy ones out there that I've made, and I just choose to not look at it.
Yeah, I felt that. There's some things I choose not to look at either.
Yeah, it's just hard, looking back at yourself at seventh grade.
What's crazy, I'm glad you brought that up, but I recently had this talk with my friend. He was high, I wasn't, so the conversation was great.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about like how we look at our younger selves and we're like, what were you doing? And then now, like, do you ever think we're gonna look back 10 years from now and be like, maybe this podcast wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, 100%. No, everything I do. I mean, I feel like the time gap just gets shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
Like, I'll watch a video that we did a month ago, and I'm like, God, you're an idiot, Trevor. What are you doing on camera? Like, what? Like, it just gets shorter and shorter to the point, I think, where it catches up, and I think at some point you just accept it, which maybe I'm at now, where I've just accepted, I'm stupid, but that's the job, you know? That's what people want to see. At it.
Let me stop overthinking everything I do now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, will I hate this later? Oh, probably.
Yeah.
For sure gonna hate it later.
No, yeah. I've stopped overthinking. I've just accepted the fact that it is my life's work to be an idiot on the internet. And
oh my gosh,
you know what? I do it, and I have embraced it, and I think it's made
You're doing a damn
better.
good job at it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I guess that's why they gave me a podcast. They're like, go do more of that.
Like, talk more.
Yeah, talk more. Be stupider though. You spent some time on Omegle in the past. Omegle. Yeah, I saw that, and I.
It's like you're bringing back all my demons.
Yeah,
I love this. It's like a therapy session.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Have you been on Omegle recently?
Recently? Yeah, pretty recently.
Why are you on Omegle?
Because
should I question that?
No, it's the same reason I'm on Roblox. Because
you need therapy.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
No, it's one of those things that it'll just be late at night. We've played a bunch of games and we're all like, we're bored, but we don't want to go to sleep yet. Yeah. What are we going to do? And I actually don't go on myself that much. Just because, I don't know, I'm scared something weird's going to happen.
Yeah.
But my friend Alex, he's more Gen Z than I am. I think he's like 18. He's Canadian, but he's one of the funniest people I know. And he goes on Omegle and he streams it to us, and he puts in the like, what are you interested in? He puts in TikTok and he just talks to people, and it is so funny.
And he does it on Discord, right?
Yeah.
And
so
you guys just watch him.
Yeah, and we just watch him.
It's like a personal live stream.
Yeah, and we tell him what to say sometimes. We'll like prompt him, but it's so funny. So that's like, I don't go personally on it a lot, but I watch my friends.
Yeah, wait, I want to join. I would love to.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that because I've noticed there's a lot of people that just like, when I was filming my Omegle videos, I'll be talking to like a guy or something, and I'll be like trolling him, but then he'll be like talking to somebody. I'm like, are you live? He's like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, then who are you talking to?
Yeah.
It's you. He's talking to you.
He's talking to me.
Oh my God.
It's so, it's so funny. For sure. After the show, I'll get your info, and
we for sure need to do that.
I can introduce you to the enigma that is Alex, my Canadian friend.
Does he have a Canadian accent?
No, not bad. His brother has one though. He'll like slip into it sometimes, but for the most part he doesn't. But he's also like really good at video games, which is so funny. He's like as Gen Z as it gets.
Jesus.
The stuff that he says, it's just entertainment. It's free entertainment. I love Alex.
I gotta meet Alex. Jesus.
What's the craziest thing that's happened to you on Omegle?
Oh my God. I'm like, besides like seeing the penises or
you see a lot of those.
The craziest thing is when I lived back in like Chino Hills.
Yeah,
I lived in the most ordinary place. If you didn't live in California, you would not know where I'm at.
Yeah.
And as I'm filming one of these videos, this guy sends me back my address. And just know then and there, I had a full moment where I was like, lock the doors, we're getting security, I'm getting a gun, I carry. I was going to put an I carry sticker on my door.
Oh my God.
But I didn't realize at the time that like people can just easily get your address if they're like super into like the whole hacking business.
Yeah.
But he's like pulling up all like the information and me trying to be like a comedian, I was like playing into it a little bit like, oh, that's not my address. And he said my full name. I go, right.
Oh my God.
Right.
That is scary.
And then oh my God. And then his camera switched to me. So it was like my camera onto his camera. And I was having a full panic. I felt like I was unfriended.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Just know I didn't sleep well that day.
That is so scary.
It was a dark time.
That's like one of the... The internet is scary. It's a scary place. Be safe out there.
Please, don't go on Omegle. Go on like Pop Tropical or something. Or Club Penguin. Honestly, that's not even safe.
Toontown.
Go on Toontown. Jesus.
I love Toontown. That was one of my...
I have a question for you now.
Yeah.
I'm going to interview you, Trevor.
Okay, go ahead.
So you had... Me and you are the same age almost, right?
Yeah.
I'm a year older than you?
You're a year older than me, yeah.
Did you have a MySpace era?
I didn't. No.
You didn't?
No. So I wasn't... I grew up going to like a private Christian school in Idaho.
Well, you're kidding.
No.
I love that for you.
No, yeah. So I just like wasn't... I also wasn't really interested. It wasn't something... Because I had an older sister and she definitely had a MySpace. But I don't know. It was a little bit before, I think, my time. Just like the first social media that I ever really did was Facebook. Okay. And even then,
that's kind of close enough.
Didn't really get into Facebook too much. I was kind of on it, but I haven't been on it in ages. But I played a lot of RuneScape as a kid. So that was like social media for me, was RuneScape, was just going online, killing some abyssal demons and
what about
my friends.
What is that? Wizard 101?
Wizard 101? Yeah,
yes.
big Wizard 101 person.
Okay, now your music taste back in the day. I'm so curious. Did you have an emo phase? Because you were in Christian school, I don't think you did.
No. My emo phase happened a lot later, actually. It was kind of when I was like 19 or so. So like a few years ago was when I really started getting more into, because I've always kind of enjoyed like lots of different music.
Yeah.
But that's when I started listening to like a lot more like pop punk and emo stuff. But I listened to everything. I'm trying to think. What was I listening to on the way in this morning?
I feel like his like music taste can go from like My Chemical Romance to like the Migos.
Yeah, it is. It's literally, I mean, we have an Alexa in our kitchen and we just play the most random stuff, but I have like a ton of different playlists, all of like different genres I listen to, but it ranges from everything. I love musicals. So I listen to a lot of musicals. I was listening to, on my drive in, I was listening to Stormzy and Skepta, a little bit of grime. Oh my God. You into grime?
Who is this man? Oh my God, who is this man? Get me out of here. Greg, call the Uber.
Never been in Marquee when it shut down, laddie?
End the podcast now. Oh my gosh. Jesus. Well, I'm going to tell you something about me that not many people know about.
Okay.
I feel like only Greg kind of knows this about me.
Okay.
And my close friends, but I had the worst emo phase ever.
Really?
And I'm talking where I wore skin tight jeans, eyeliner. My hair is not meant to go as high as it went back in the day. And do you know who triggering awful people, but Blood on the Dance Floor is?
Blood on the Dance Floor.
Or do you know like A Day to Remember?
Yeah, A Day to Remember.
I went to Warped Tour.
Yeah.
And I went through the most craziest phase of my entire life where I would like, oh God, I'm going to do the voice. I'm going to talk like this.
No.
Yeah. My mom was concerned. My friends weren't the best for me. They were all just a bunch of like emo who just honestly just needed therapy.
I went through a period. It was 2 weeks, but it was 2 of the most insane weeks of my life living in LA, and it happened right before the pandemic. So like early 2020, I met a girl on Hinge. And I can't get into all of the full details of the story because it's not safe for the podcast. Okay. But she was a kind of like, I guess, pop punk musician, but also I don't know if it would be considered pop punk. I honestly don't know what the genre was. But her stage name was Slime Baby.
That sounds nasty.
Yeah, she was. And like it was
she was.
No, I mean not in a bad way. She just like that was the kind of person that she was. And I remember like going over to her place in Hollywood, and it was the craziest 2 weeks of my life. I ended up at like an underground music show, and
question.
Yeah.
Trevor, buddy.
Yeah.
I hope when you matched with her on Hinge, her name wasn't Slime Baby on there.
No, it was Ava.
Okay.
It was Ava, and she seemed like, I mean, she, seemed pretty normal, whatever.
Okay.
A little bit more on the goth side, probably, but I was like, yeah, that's okay. I was kind of going through the emo a little bit, and I was like, oh, this is fun,
Yeah.
And it was definitely 2 of the craziest weeks of it was like the most LA thing that's definitely ever happened to me. I ended up at like an underground music show in downtown LA that had like a password to get into.
You're kidding. Those exist?
Those exist. The password was, I don't know.
Aren't you leaking the password?
No, I mean, it changes every time. I thought it was a freaking prank. I literally, because I was like, oh, like I want to go support this girl that I met on Hinge. And I did my best to dress as like emo as possible. I wore like black ripped jeans, like a black and red like flannel. But like I'm not like a super emo person, like I tend to think of myself as pretty soft.
Yeah.
And so I like did my best to like play the part, and I like got a ticket to the show, whatever, showed up, and they sent me an email, and it was like, this is the password, like this is the address, there's going to be rose petals outside the door. And I like Ubered to downtown LA, and I was so scared because it was in this like back alley. I was like, what am I going into? And the password was, I think it was something along the lines of like, I'm a virgin or something like that. Like that was password. I was like, this is a prank. Somebody's pranking me. I'm showing up. I'm Ubering to this random place in downtown LA, showing up, knocking on this door and going, I'm a virgin. And like, I went in and I swear I was the only person there that was not on drugs.
Oh my God, Trevor, we should go.
It was insane. I wish I could tell you more details. I will tell you later when we are no longer recording, but it was crazy. And so that was definitely,
I'm a virgin. Let me in.
Yeah. And then like 2 weeks, like at the end, I was like, what are you doing, Trevor? I had a come to Jesus moment. I was like, this is not what you want to be. and I quit it. I cut it off, and I'm thankful for the experience.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
You needed that.
Yeah, I needed it. I needed it. It was humbling for me to be like, okay, this is how crazy it can get sometimes, but you made it through. And I think that I'm a better person because of it. So
not Trevor and Slime Baby.
No, yeah. I don't want to talk any crap about her.
No,
she was a very nice, cool person.
Yeah.
Just wasn't quite compatible based on our needs and wants.
That's okay. That happens in life.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Oh my gosh.
What's the most LA thing that's ever happened to you?
I joined the Hype House.
Yeah.
that right there itself.
Yeah.
As a person who, wasn't raised upon many of Caucasians.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, living in LA my whole life.
Yeah.
Joining the Hype House was something.
Yeah.
It was like, I felt like I was going into the netherworld.
Yeah. I can't imagine. I mean, I'm technically Gen Z. Mm-hmm. We both are, but like, I don't consider myself to be like super Gen Z. You know, I'm not like those TikTok stars, whatever. Like, that's not my life. And I don't know much about it, but I can't even wrap my head around it sometimes. Like, I don't get it.
What's crazy is that like, I would go there. I would have mentally prepare myself walking in. I was like, you got this.
Yeah.
And, they were just such a different like entity. Like, the vibe there was just such a different thing that I've ever had to experience in my entire life. So hanging around people, I was fascinated. I was very intrigued. And, it was like one of those things where it was like, should I do it?
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. And I did it. And it was a fun time and it was a great experience. But I will say most LA thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah.
I didn't think people actually did the things I
know. I mean, it's crazy the fact that, you have these social media apps where people just create entire brands on it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think about when you log into TikTok, like, oh, I log on to watch funny videos, but there are people who made entire careers and bought houses based around this content. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy. All of my friends are huge nerds. All my best friends I've known since I was in like first grade, and they're all gamers and they're all like huge nerds.
Same.
And so like, none of them would ever do anything like that. Like, a lot of them still live in Idaho and we just play video games together and chill. I was like, I can't imagine, like, I haven't met a lot of people that are like that. Those like content, like everything is content.
And just like their brains. It's just like algorithm. Work.
Yeah.
YouTube video. Work. And like, guys, let's go like have fun.
Yeah.
But then their fun turns into work as well. So I'm like, so wait, what do y'all do for fun? Like, what's going on here, guys?
No, I mean, even working here, like a lot of, we're content creators, but it's a production studio, like it's very scheduled.
Yeah,
there's a lot
living space.
It's a 9 to 5, so to speak. And it's not like I wake up and I'm like, all right, what's the first piece of content I'm going to make today?
Yeah.
And then like, oh, what's the next piece of content? Oh, I'm making lunch. Let's make it a TikTok, stuff like that. Like, I don't think I could handle it.
It's for sure not healthy for any normal human being.
No,
I don't feel as though like as humans, we're not meant to take in the amount of, stuff we take in now. Like, I don't think our brains are allowed to take in the many comments we take. Like, I feel like our brains were kind of like, programmed as in like we meet the people in real life and like that's all the, like, opinions and stuff. But no, like we see thousands of comments every day. We see thousands of other people's lives on TikToks every day. Yeah. And I don't think that's like normal. No. So like I think taking a step away from it a little bit is kind of healthy because you probably go insane. Yeah,
it's emotionally exhausting. Yeah. I remember the first time I was ever in a video on the channel, I remember I was just like all day, the day that the video aired, I was scrolling through comments. I was reading every single comment. Yeah. I was on Twitter and Instagram every single day reading what people were saying. And I remember by the end of the day, I was just exhausted and tired. And I was like, that was the worst feeling ever. I was just so like I had to take a step back and like now I'll read like a few comments, but most of the stuff, like I can't sit there and just scroll and scroll. Even when we launched the podcast, I kind of did it again on Twitter and Instagram and I was just scrolling, reading everything and like it is unhealthy. Yeah. It is bad for your brain. And I have had to very much like take a step back and be like, I'm going to limit the amount of time that I spend on social media, but especially limit the amount of time that I'm spent reading or worrying about what people are saying about me. Yeah. Because that's when it like really is. Like if I'm scrolling on Twitter and just reading stupid jokes and looking at memes, like, it's fine. It's fun. But as soon as I'm like, oh, I got to read every single thing about me and read every comment about me, it's hard and it's scary for sure. It's not healthy.
Yeah. I've learned not to do it at all. So I'm glad that you don't
that's
do it
good.
Because imagine I kind of had a movie pitch. Like I would love like a movie where it's basically like this normal girl she gets famous right like then and there.
Yeah.
And she just automatically sees millions of comments about her and just how that takes a toll on her like mental, just in like general, her living situation, just all that, because like that's so scary to see that many people's opinions about you.
It is.
As some like out of like, you know, us, we can probably take it because we've been doing this for so long, and like we know what to filter stuff out, and we know how to like kind of bypass just you know the negative stuff. But just imagine a normal person. Just I've seen normal people get like a comment on their live stream, they go completely berserk and go off.
Yeah.
So just imagine like
it definitely is something that you have to learn how to handle.
Yeah.
I think it's funny now though.
Absolutely.
Just mean comments are just funny now.
I kind of sometimes I poke on them back.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Someone left a comment on a video one time, and they were like, "Trevor has such a punchable face," and I was like, okay,
thanks.
I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't often look at people and their punchability, but that's pretty funny.
What?
Yeah, I have some
hilarious.
screenshots of like the funniest mean comments because they're just kind of entertaining now. But definitely at the beginning, it was hard to read those, and I was like so self-conscious. And then you know, you get over it. It's like obviously there's going to be mean comments on everything, but there's also a very vocal minority, and that's what you tend to gravitate towards. Is like, oh, there's a 1,000 comments on this video. 10 of them are bad, and you're like, oh my God, that's 10 people. But all the other 990 comments are positive or good or whatever. And then there's also, you know, hundreds of thousands of views on the video of people that enjoyed it and didn't say anything.
And you automatically focus on the negative.
So it's like there's 10 negative comments, but out of everyone that consumed this, only 10 people had something bad to say, and they're probably just a negative, stupid person. Like,
such a negative, stupid person. Should we start responding to hate comments right now?
No. No, I don't give them the time of day. The only time I'll ever respond to like a negative comment is like if it's someone that didn't seem like they were being negative just to be negative. Like, because sometimes people say things that they don't realize is like mean or bad to say. And in that situation, I want to be like, hey, that's not a cool thing to say. Like,
absolutely.
And usually those people are pretty responsive. Like, they'll take the comment down or say sorry or whatever it was. But, you know, some people just don't know how, because of that parasocial relationship. Yeah. It's hard sometimes for people to know how to interact, and like they won't know if something is okay to say. So in those moments, I try and be nice and like not be a D-bag about it.
There's been times where just because I'm an emotional person and I kind of grew up wanting everyone to love me and like me type of thing. Because I've always wanted friends, and it was hard to make friends when I was younger. So having people on the internet not like me for no reason kind of like it bugs me in a sense. So there's been times where I've genuinely like seen comments, and I like reached out to this person. I'm like, hey, there's this me and her, like, she follows me now. She's kind of a fan. So it's kind of dope. I changed her perspective. Whoop. Yeah. But she said like something like, she's like, honestly, I can't stand Larray. I don't know why I follow him or something like that. So I DM'd her and I was like, hey, just because I love constructive criticism and like I kind of want to know why you don't like me. Yeah. Like, what do I do? And she listed those things, and she was like, because you do, like, it was all based upon assumptions. Yeah. And I kind of like had a conversation with her, and she kind of like was like, wow, like, thank you for actually taking the time out of the day to like, kind of like give me a better understanding. And I was like, of course. Yeah. Now she has my merch.
Yay! So let's go.
It's kind of nice to like actually like see the other side of like the reasoning why they don't like me. But like if it's someone like, oh, you look like I hate you, you gay, ugly person. I'm like, oh, honestly, go outside, touch some grass.
Yeah, you got other things you need to deal with.
It's like, come on now.
No, yeah, I'm thankful here. We have a really great fan base generally. Like overall, like I remember even when I was first, starting to appear in videos, like there's not really that many negative people, and you always have those outliers. But for the most part, it was always like all of the negative comments I feel like that I get are from like young white dudes my age. For sure. And I'm like, for sure. Probably just jealous. I hate to say it, but gosh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Like they're probably just so mad. They're like, why hasn't Addis the right response to my DM yet? Like, let me yell at Trevor. Let me yell at Trevor.
That isn't right. So I've got something that I want to play. A little game that I like to play on the show called What's in My Pocket. Okay. And it's actually not in my pocket because I forgot to put it in my pocket, but it's down below me and it fits in my pocket. Don't look. Okay. Don't look.
Why did I look to go?
Yeah, you cheater. Freaking cheater. Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 hints. It's something that fits in my pocket. Okay. And you get 3 guesses to guess what it is. And who knows, maybe I'll give you some extra guesses. I want you to get it. It's pretty fun, but it's a random thing.
Do I get like hints?
Yeah, I'm going to give you 3 hints. Okay. Yeah, and I'll help you along if you're not getting there. But here are the 3 hints. Here are the 3 hints. Okay. It goes in your bathroom. It will help you see at night. And it needs batteries. And you get 3 guesses.
You threw me off with the batteries.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, it goes in the bathroom.
More specifically, it goes near your toilet.
Goes in the bathroom. Like a nightlight?
Oh, on the right track.
Okay.
On the right track. Where does the nightlight go?
I feel like this is a mind game.
It is. It is a mind game.
Can I call a friend?
Yeah, who do you want to phone? Who do you want Greg to help you out?
I'm like, Elon, what is this?
What is it?
Okay.
Something
just in the bathroom, not next to my toilet, not next to like my sink.
It could be next to
my toilet.
Could be.
Is it an air freshener thing?
No. The lights up.
Lights up. What lights up in the bathroom? Why do you have a light in your bathroom? White people are so weird. Hold on.
Sorry, this was racially motivated.
Yeah, like what's going on?
It's okay. I'm gonna give it to you.
Wait, no. Give me another hint. I'm gonna figure this out.
Okay.
I'm gonna figure this out. Okay, it lights up. It goes to my bathroom. It needs batteries.
Yes.
A dildo. Like what could it be?
No, it hangs. It hangs on something. So it like clips onto something and it lights up a certain thing in your bathroom.
Oh, Trevor, you're crazy. I know what it is. Is it a bong? I don't smoke weed, Trevor.
What? It does.
Okay, well, I don't know. What is it? Just tell me.
It's a toilet light.
No one uses that in real life.
It hangs in your toilet and it lights up your toilet bowl.
I've never seen one of these a day in my life. Wait,
I hadn't either.
Is this out of your toilet?
No, it was freshly out of the package. I hadn't heard about it too until Jamie told me about it. So you can thank Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah.
It has.
It doesn't have batteries in it.
16 different lights you can choose from. And
it has a dimmer setting.
This is so this is the coolest things. Like I can have this.
It's
like
yours.
in the middle of the night when you instead of like turning the lights on,
my toilet's lit up,
and then you're good.
Yeah, and then it makes the toilet bowl colorful.
Oh my god! And
it's like a rave in your bathroom.
Having a rave.
Yeah,
my poop was an EDC.
Literally. Oh my god!
Every time I'm pooping, I'm gonna play like Diplo or something. This is the best thing that's ever happened. Greg, why don't you get me nice things like this? Guys, POV, you're my toilet. Okay. That was okay.
No, that was
We're
good.
done here.
That was
guys.
Oh, Larray, can we be friends?
Yes, absolutely.
Can we
got
be
me
friends?
a toilet bowl thing. Like,
yeah.
I devote my life to you now. I owe you my life.
You're not gonna ghost me if we hang out. You want to play Roblox sometime?
I'm actually down.
Okay.
Wait. Okay. This is my last question. Do you watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
You're my new bestie.
You're my new bestie. Let's go. Oh my gosh. All right. So now is the portion of the show where you tell everyone where they can find you.
Well, if you enjoyed this podcast and you like the way I speak, or if you want to find out more about me, my username is Larray on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. My videos are really annoying, so don't watch them. Don't check out my TikToks because they make me cringe. I have a new podcast called Put a Sock in It featuring Noah Beck, streaming everywhere. So if y'all want to watch it, please do. Or listen to it.
Yeah. Go listen and watch. Everybody, please check out Larray. He's so awesome. We had such a great time.
Be there.
Go follow all of his socials. Check out his new podcast, Noah Beck. Thank you so much for coming on.
So much for having me. This was the funnest thing ever.
This is a great time.
I feel like I just like made new friends.
Yes, you did.
You
did. Let's hang out again soon.
Of course. And thank you for my toilet bowl thing.
Of course. Oh man. Everybody, that was Larray. What a phenomenal guest. That was such a fun conversation. I had a great time. Please go follow Larray on all of his social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. Go check out his YouTube and check out his new podcast with his friend Noah Beck. Put a sock in it. It's a lot of fun. Who knows? You might even see me over there sometime soon. So go check it out. He's a great guy. Jamie, how do you think that went?
I loved it. You guys had the best time just talking to each other, and like I really felt it. It's like you could feel the energy in the room. It made me smile.
I think like that was so much fun. I think we're actually friends now.
No, legit.
He loved the toilet light.
I'm so happy about that because I was like, this is going to be hit or miss.
Yeah. That could have been just like, oh, it's a light that goes in my toilet. But I feel like he's literally going to go home, find 3 AA batteries, put them in, and then just take a dump and light up that toilet. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
I agree.
No, that was so great. He was such a fun guy. I think we're actually going to hang out maybe too. He seemed like he really wanted to be friends, which is exciting for me because I need friends out there. Please be my friend.
Give this video a thumbs up if you would like to be friends with Trevor.
Please give the video. Please give the like and rate and subscribe and give a 5-star if you want to be my friend. Oh, thank you everybody for listening to Trevor Talks Too Much. Please do go follow and subscribe, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Go check it out. Leave a rating. It helps out a lot. Let me know how much talking I should do because I get a little carried away sometimes. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Check out new episodes every Tuesday, and then the video will be released the following Monday. So 6 days after the release of the audio portion, there will be a video version. If you're into that, at Trevor Talks Too Much on YouTube. Go check out all the other Mythical stuff. GMM, Mythical Kitchen, they're both on TikTok. Actually, at this point, we make some funny stuff. And you can catch me over on the Mythical Kitchen YouTube channel, cooking up a storm. Occasionally here and there, I do a little bit of that. And then my personal socials, as always, are at Trevor Everts. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely week. Have a lovely month. Have a lovely life. Because I think at the end of the day, that's what it's all about is, finding that enjoyment where you can, look for the little things that make you happy and chase that feeling. And if that little thing that makes you happy is my podcast, please keep listening so that you can hear more awkward outros by me, Trevor, the host of Trevor Talks Too Much. The end.